Welcome to my channel. This is probably going to be a weird video because there's been so many changes. I've got a brand new background. This probably won't be my background for the whole future. I have actually already recorded this video, but I didn't like how it was, so I'm having to do the whole thing all over again. So we're going to be doing the Darwin Awards again, as we usually do. So if you don't know what the Darwin Awards are, the Darwin Awards, one of the international honours awarded to people who supposedly helped to improve the human gene pool by removing themselves from it in a spectacularly stupid manner. So our first one, on the 23rd of September in 2016, two friends called Sydney Zelaya Gonzalez, who was 20 years old, and her friend who we don't know the name of, but I will note that this friend, she couldn't drive. This will be relevant to the story. Anyway, so they're plodding along and they've seen a mattress on the side of the road and they thought, oh, yeah, we'll take that home because clearly they don't have a mattress, or it's obviously looking better than their mattress that they've got already. And they thought, what we'll do, we don't need to get anybody to take it away from us. That's fine, we could pop it on the car, it'll be fun. They didn't have any cable ties, just to mention. So they thought it would be a good idea if they... they thought it would be a good idea if they got the mattress, stuck it on the roof, and one of them just lay on top of it and just hold it like that. That's not going to go well, clearly. So they found this mattress on the side of a curb and they decided to pick it up and take it home. Very povo. I mean, I know we're in a cost of living crisis, but that's a bit too povo. I mean, well, to be fair, this is 2016, but still. Like, mattresses can cost anywhere from like £200 to £1,000. But obviously way more, but like the average one. So the average mattress weighs up to £150, and this woman thinks it's a good idea to be having a mattress on top of this car and be holding onto it like that. Like a stick insect. Right, I'm understanding that they're not in a cost of living crisis and it's 2016, so I'll let you off with that one. But it's still jank. That's still disgusting. Nah, that's not it at all. I bet these are the kind of women that if they're doing this, they're the kind of women that would go and buy like second-hand underwear. Like they'd probably go on Facebook Marketplace and be like, oh my god, look at that cute underwear, I'm just going to buy that. I don't even know if people bloody sell... Yeah, no, they do. Okay, right. There's me and my naive mind. Why did I sound like such a man then? No, I was going to say it's me and my naive mind that people don't sell underwear, but obviously people do that because people are into certain stuff, so I'll let you crack on with that. Some people have got to make a living, I suppose.
Get that back, baby.
She clearly doesn't know, neither of them know about the law of motion, how wind works, because as soon as the driver, that hasn't got a licence by the way, remember that from earlier, she doesn't have a licence, she's put her foot on the accelerator and the whole mattress has just gone like that, as did the woman obviously go. Like, it's alright though, because the mattress's fall was actually cushioned by the woman. But unfortunately the woman did pass away. I mean, I can't imagine that it's going to be a particularly clean mattress if they found it on the side of the road. But probably doesn't help where now the woman has been crushed by this mattress. It's probably got all like brain matter on it, blood splatter. Just give it a bit of clean. Just stick a bit of vinegar on it, love. That'll be fine.
Put a bit of vinegar on it, pet.
Stick a bit of coconut oil on your mattress. So, the homeland. The UK. So, a 33-year-old man from Leicester, England in 2006, he was having a good chat with his mate on the phone, and then the phone rang off and he had to ring it again. However, he wasn't calling his friend this time, he was calling an ambulance because he'd been stabbed. So when the first responders from the ambulance came in, they noticed that the door was ajar, and they noticed that there was a blood-stained, like sort of blood-soaked knife next to him. The knife was actually his own. He'd got it from Spain as, I don't know, a present to himself. It's a bit weird to get a knife for yourself while you're abroad. I suppose if it's one of those ones where it's like a cooking one, but like, what's wrong with a keychain? Just get a keychain. Or like, I don't know, some fudge, some Spanish fudge. I don't know what they sell in Spain. A bit of chorizo. Why don't you get a bit of chorizo? Bring a sausage home. So after first responders had gone, unfortunately he had passed away by that point already, but forensic investigators eventually determined that it was actually self-inflicted, so he had actually stabbed himself. So whilst all of this was happening, his wife was actually on holiday. She did realise that he'd bought this new jacket and he had said to her, I'm assuming jokingly, but apparently not. He obviously must have meant this serious if he's gone and done that. But he said to her, I wonder if it's stab proof. Yeah, he thought it was stab proof. I mean, by the sounds of his IQ, it sounds as though he'd probably got this from Primark, this jacket. Which, to be honest, that's very rich saying for myself because I shop at Primark. But I'm not going to think that something's stab proof. Like, even if it's really, really thick, why would you test that? Why would you do that? If you're going to test it, do it on a kitchen surface. Don't do it on yourself. Like, mate, that's going to put you out of the game for a while. Actually, work has been doing my nut recently, so do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I accidentally stabbed myself. I can't come into work. Oh, I couldn't possibly.
I mean, sorry, babe, but in what world would it be stab proof? If it's going to be stab proof, then it's going to say on it that it's stab proof, isn't it? Why would... I really want to know where he got his jacket from. I really would like to know. I mean, I did actually search up to see how much stab proof jackets are, and they are quite a bit. But it's because they've made them like that. It's because they've made them stab proof on purpose. Like, I know that this is really sad and everything, but imagine you're on holiday and then you find that out and it's just like, can I not just have my holiday without you just being an absolute drama queen and just doing that to yourself? Like, men are actually, sorry, no offence, but men are actually kind of useless because it's like, this poor woman is probably going on holiday thinking,
No, it'd be absolutely fine.
like, what's the worst that's going to happen? They just need a mother around them. Like, just grow up and have some common sense. But yeah, imagine she's gone on holiday and she's probably having the time of her life and then she's just like,
Oh, I've got to go because my husband's decided to stab himself.
not because he's sad, but because he's just being an absolute idiot and doesn't have any common sense. Anyway, I mean, it's not funny, but like, imagine if people were going to be like, oh my god, how did your husband pass away? Oh, he stabbed himself because he thought his jacket was stab proof. And then they're probably going to be asking questions like, do you know what, I wouldn't even ask any more questions. I'd probably just be laughing in her face. But, I mean, sorry, but it is kind of funny. Like, what? Like, it's a bit stupid. It's a bit silly, innit? I'd probably have to make up something else in the place of that, saying like, oh, I don't know, he accidentally like fell on a knife or something like that. I mean, when I was little, actually I've got a pair of scissors here so I can actually show you, but yeah, it's weird because I haven't even gone to go get these. Like, I've been using these for my microphone, but I remember when I was little, when I carried around scissors, I had to hold them like that. I had to walk around the house like that until I was ready to use them. But still, that's like, if I'm going to go like that and then I'm going to fall over, I've stabbed myself right in the heart. Maybe I got on my mum's nerves too much. Maybe she wanted me to fall. So in 1999, a German hunter from I don't know if it's Bad Iraq. Anyway, that. So a German hunter in 1999 from Badoret. So he got shot by his dog. So we're starting off pretty strong with this one. That's actually a pretty cool way to like be taken out. I mean, I'd be really upset if my dog did that to me. Do you know what I mean? Like the ultimate betrayal. It's like, you put me on dry food again, you stop giving me that chicken. So the 51-year-old German hunter was found sprawled next to his car in the Black Forest. So the gun barrel was sticking out of the car window and inside was his bereaved dog. That's cracked me up. His bereaved dog is like, oh my god, I've just killed my human. Is that what bereaved means? Pretty sure it means like grief. Deprived of a close relation of friend through their death. Bereaved families. That's really funny that they've actually put that terminology. the bereaved dog. The dog probably doesn't even care. He's probably just like, I haven't had a walk in 3 days. I haven't had any food. So the gun barrel was pointing out the window, and apparently his bereaved dog was howling inside the car. So he was obviously very distressed of what he's done. The dog probably wasn't even aware. He probably just thought that his human was sleeping. And he's probably just a bit hungry. He's probably like, oh my God, I haven't had a walk in God knows how long. I haven't had my chicken in God knows how long, or whatever they bloody eat in Russia. I have not had my vodka. So it's presumed that the dog actually pressed the trigger with his paw. I mean, I don't know how else the dog would have done it. That's such a weird way to pass away. I can't. That's funny. I find that hilarious. Now, the part that actually made me laugh the most in this article was when they said that they ruled out foul play. Like the dog would have premeditated it. Like, oh yeah, you haven't given me any chicken, you haven't given me any bones. You're gonna get it, honey. Get my paw, slap it on the old throttle, gun barrel, and shoot these motherfuckers. Oh, we've got another hunter one. However, instead of Germany, it's in Iran this time, from Tehran. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but we're going to check anyways. Ooh, baby. Let me get that Google Translator, because I can't speak English.
Tehran. Tehran.
Tehran. Yeah, I was right. Tehran. So this hunter in Iran, near Tehran, so they sound alike, but they're different places, kind of, I suppose. He was actually murdered. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. So this hunter from Iran near Tehran was actually unalived by a snake which coiled around the barrel of his gun. And so it is said in the article that he passed away because he tried to pin the snake to the ground. So there was actually another witness there called Ali, who was actually a hunter as well, and he said that he watched his mate like have a fight with this snake, basically. So he said that the victim tried to catch the snake by pressing the butt of his shotgun behind his head. The snake actually coiled around it, pulled the trigger, and it led to him shooting himself in the head, which is brutal, mate. That's horrible. That's actually a pretty cool way to pass away, though, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know. I think of all the imaginative ways I'd like to pass away, and I think that'd be a way to go. Killed by a snake. I don't know. Yeah, but that's weird, isn't it? Because if someone said, like, oh, they were killed by a snake, you just automatically think poisoned or strangled. But no, that doesn't sound real. That doesn't sound real at all. Like, what the hell? Imagine someone be like, oh yeah, they got killed by a snake because the snake had a gun. I got shot by a snake, baby. What? So my thoughts on this one is that why are most Darwin Awards actually to do with guns? Why are most deaths to do with guns? Surely guns should just be banned now. Like, you should have to pass an IQ thing in order to have a gun. Do you know what I mean? Like, I, for one, A, wouldn't want a gun, and B, if I did an IQ test, I would never in a million years pass for a gun. I could barely even bloody lift one, let alone know how to blooming use the thing. We're going to do some Florida Man, a Christmas one.
Florida Man.
A man on Christmas Eve awoke to find a man at the end of his bed. Unfortunately, it was not Santa Claus. It was a strange man who was sucking his toes. That's just what I wanted for Christmas. Someone to suck my toes. So when they inspected the man, they didn't find anything unusual on him, no weapons, they didn't find anything that had been stolen. However, when they asked the man, what you doing here, he said that he was just there to suck some toes. So when they asked him what he was doing there, he just said, there to suck toes. Which, Merry Christmas, darling. I knew that's what you wanted. I mean, I've heard of things like stripograms and bits like that, but that's just a whole nother level. So when the victim woke up to find this man sucking on his toes, they did actually have a bit of a scrap. So they were having a little fight. And the guy who was actually sucking the victim's toes ended up trying to grab the victim's genitals. He did actually say that he had a gun, but he didn't produce it. And he ended up running off and smashed a window, and then ended up actually smashing the victim's car windshield, just to sort of like add insult to injury. So you probably traumatised that man for Christmas. Every time it comes around to Christmas now, he's just going to get that and be cringed out, traumatised, and he's going to go fix his car windshield now. Talking about throwing a bit, I don't really know what this guy's aim was. Definitely a crackhead. We're here for the crackhead energy though, baby. We love it. That's traumatising though. I don't know what I would do, to be quite honest. Surely, though, you'd boot someone in the face. If I had someone sucking on my toes, regardless of whether it was consensual or not, they'd get a boot in the face, because I'm not consenting to that. Yeah, I mean, I don't like anyone touching my feet unless I'm getting reflexology done, but if you're touching my feet, you're going to get a boot in the face, so that's my advice to you. Chin chin, babes.
Florida man.
So, this one is all levels of messed up. A 36-year-old... I can't say 36-year-old without thinking of, where'd you get your car from, man? How much you pay for it? 36.
Where'd you get your car from, eh? How much did you pay for this?
36.
Where'd you get your money from?
This one is all levels of messed up. This is way ahead of crackhead energy. This is like full-blown mentally not there, okay? Dropped on the head as a baby, like probably dropped down a friggin' cliff, mate. A man called Chad Mason from Clearwater, who was 36 years old, was doing his friend a favour when he was walking his dog. So he had a little Labradoodle, was taking him for a little walk in a quiet neighbourhood. What could possibly go wrong? He decides to have intercourse with the dog. Lovely bit of bestiality for your day. So he went on a bit of a rampage with this one, because he actually ended up having intercourse with this dog in front of horrified families. And, I mean, after he'd done that, I don't know what this guy was smoking. This guy must have been, like, on something majorly, because why would you do that? Like, what? That's weird. That's weird.
That's weird.
So, obviously, everyone is absolutely... I mean, he's doing this in front of families, so obviously people are mad at him. Like, you're looking at that, like, that poor dog, plus you're doing it in front of your family. Traumatising, baby. So whilst he was doing the deed, an adult actually confronted him and was like, what do you think you're doing? And then he runs away to a church, destroys the nativity. It says he destroys the nativity scene, but he like stumbles over it basically, and then he just smashes multiple potted plants, which that's not really a nativity scene, but I don't know, I guess if it's in there, whatever the church will do to get a bit of money, as if you don't need it already. I mean, you may be thinking, oh, okay, that's a lot of stuff, but he didn't stop there. He then proceeded to run away, destroy a mailbox, but then he didn't stop there. He also stole a getaway car because he needed to get away, obviously. But, yeah, I don't know, that's definitely crackhead energy, mate. So, what have we learned today? We've learned that you should get cable ties for a mattress if you're going to stick it down. Maybe one of you just sit on the mattress till the other one runs off to the shop and gets some cable ties. Fair enough if you're going to get yourself a mattress, but you're probably going to get bed bugs. Why would you want to lay on that? If you're going to get a mattress, maybe just go out and buy one. Go on Amazon. Have you never heard of Amazon? Amazon is like... I get too much off of Amazon. I have actually had to cancel my Prime because I buy too much on there. Check your labels on your clothes, because they're most likely not going to be stab proof. Unless you're actually buying one that's stab proof. I seriously doubt that they're going to make a coat and be like, oh, do you know what actually? Do you know what? Why don't we make it stab proof as well? Why don't we do that? If you're not buying it, I don't know, we're just going to waste that extra material. No, do you not actually understand how clothing companies work? They will try and spend the least amount of money as they can. Are you not aware of all of the factories that they have? Maybe pick up a book, go on the internet, have a little look. Oh, like, oh my God, just check your labels. Check your labels. They will say it on there. If you wanted something stab-proof, then go and buy it. I suppose he's passed away now anyway, so it doesn't even matter, but... You know when they say that saying as well, they're like, oh, you can't trust anybody these days. You can't even trust your own pets. Like, I'm well aware, the whole thing with the snake, yeah, you don't know, they're wild. I wouldn't trust wild animals anyway. Wild animals, no. But, mate, you can't even trust your own pets these days. Just, if they want that chicken, give them that chicken. Dogs don't live long enough anyway, so just give them what they want. Plus, also, how can you say no to them? You should see my dog. She's the cutest little puppy in the world. I can't ever say no to Safi. I mean, her eyes are just... But yeah, I mean, how can you actually say no to dogs? But who knows what that dog, what he had going on in his mind. Or she. Can't rule that out. Maybe it's because he left it in the car. Who knows? So I'm going to link all of the sources below if you are interested in reading up on any of the stories or interested to see where I found them. I hope you enjoyed today's Darwin Awards. Comment, like, subscribe. I hope you have a lovely new year and better things come to you. Positive vibes, baby.
What is that? Oh, it's a bad bitch. Yeah.
What is that? Oh, it's a bad bitch. Yeah.
Why does nothing ever work for me, mate? Sick of it. Country boy, I love you.
Country boy, I love you.
I can't bloody speak. I can't talk. Bring it to it. I can't talk. And then the other one, hold on to it like that. Like Miss Incredible. Mrs. Incredible. When she holds the thing on the van. Insert picture here. I'd rather be with you. Channeling my inner 70s girl today, baby. Right, start again. Boom, 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 baby. We're back in the room. Hey, leopardoodle. Leopardoodle. Oh! Happy Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Happy Christmas.
It's Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
I'm going to get out.